Okay. Hi everyone. Hi madam. Today we're going to be presenting about our company based on the consumer product and services sector on the financial statement analysis. I'm Jacob.
I'm Razik.
I'm Pacing.
I'm Jagan.
I'm Vanessa.
Yeah. So we're going to be presenting right now. We are presenting about Dutch Lady and Nestle for consumer product and services as we are Group 1.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Umi Umaira binti Luqman. Today I will present about the business activity product between compare with Dutch Lady and Nestle. Firstly, I will talking about Dutch Lady. Dutch Lady is a sell variety of dairy product including yogurt and liquid milk, different variety on packaging and especially powder of young children and infants. Next is Nestle. Nestle is market of product under Nescafe, Nestum, Milo, Makul, Latoki and Omega Plus and Drumstick. This is all brand of under Nestle company. So this is compare about Dutch Lady and Nestle. Next is competitor of Dutch Lady and Nestle. Firstly, competitor of Dutch Lady is Nestle, FNN, Farm Fresh and Enlin. These are all brand competitor of Dutch Lady. And Nestle, Unilever, Dutch Lady, FNN, Mami, Double Decker, Ali Cafe, all Town White Coffee. This is all name brand of Nestle.
Hello, I'm doing the SWOT analysis. SWOT is strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. For Dutch Lady, the strengths are strong reputation, strong control of the product, strong positions. Meanwhile, their weaknesses: overseas expansion marketing, advanced technology, and reduction from tax on businesses. The opportunity for Dutch Lady is social and cultural issues, price fluctuations, no experience in direct markets. While their threats are cost of government taxes, high competitions, and increased price of raw materials and repetition. Nextly, for SWOT analysis is Nestle. Nestle's strength is the biggest food company globally, have an incredible diverse assortment of brands, have a brand worldwide presence. Meanwhile, the weaknesses is the increasing prices as a result of inflammatory economy, a highly complex corporate systems, and a costly model for advertisement. Meanwhile, there are opportunities for Nestle, which include improved reputation, enhancing their online presences, simplifying their organization structure. Meanwhile, Nestle also have their threats, which is upcoming scandals, increased competitions, and the global economy of the future is uncertainty.
Alright, so we are going to talk about the financial ratio analysis or time series analysis for Dutch Lady. So for Dutch Lady in 2021 to 2022, first point is that we can assume that in 2021 it has generally higher rates of profitability in financial ratios. How can we see that? We can see that through the time series earn ratio. From year 2021 it has 84.9, whereas in year 2022 it has decreased over time and to a state where it's 15.42. So we can see the large gap of their profitability as well as when it comes to their operating profit margin as well as return on assets. Okay, so there are a lot of margins that we can see that it's being affected heavily. Alright, okay. So in the meantime, we can also see that showing in 2021 for better long-term liquidity, where again with all of the values stated above, we see that for Dutch Lady in the year 2021, they have higher profits, higher cash flow liquidity. Okay, so then we can continue seeing that it shows generally higher efficiency ratio. Efficiency ratio in asset turnover being in the year 2021, they have total asset turnover is slightly higher than the year 2022. As in year 2021 is 1.62. Okay, and in year 2022, the financial ratios are all lower than in previous years except for debt ratio. So debt ratio being higher in 2022, which is significantly more worse which would be more worse for the company. Okay, and in 2021, it showed that better liquidity, profitability, debt management, while 2022 has a higher debt ratio. Right. Thus, the year 2021 can be considered the better performing year for Dutch Lady, as we can see that majority of their ratios when it comes to time interest earn ratio, gross profit margin, net profit margin, operating profit margin, and so on, is helping the company for increasing in their asset value. While as in the year 2022, it's getting worse. Okay, so now we will go for we'll let Pei talk about Nestle.
For the financial ratio analysis, this is the TSA time series analysis for Nestle 2021 and 2022. We can observe that in 2021 is general higher rate of profitability in financial ratio. As a graph you can see in 2021 is more higher lah. In 2021 is demonstrate higher financial health and lower risk in terms of debt management and ability to pay the interest payment. But in 2022 is have a better short-term liquidity. You can see on the graph the debt ratio of the 2022 is higher than 2021, and the gross and the return of equity also. In 2022 has a higher current ratio, and the quick ratio also has a higher debt ratio. Meanwhile, the 2021 show a better profitability ratio and asset management. In 2021, may be considered as a better performing years compared to 2022. And you can see on the graph, the 2021 may be slightly better performing compared to 2022 in the average of the graph.
For the financial general analysis for 2021, Dutch Lady and Nestle, we can assume that strategy can exhibit high productivity ratio, the short-term liquidity compared to Nestle. Dutch Lady demonstrates a lower debt ratio and higher time interest earned compared to Nestle that you can see on the graph, which is 84.9 compared to 21.93. Nestle generally has a bit higher efficiency and visualization, and Dutch Lady has better liquidity, profitability, and debt management, which can be seen in the ratio, which is Nestle have higher debt and also profitability and liquidity. Dutch Lady may be considered better performing company compared to Nestle in the year 2021.
I'm going to explain about financial ratio analysis for year 2022 for Dutch Lady and Nestle. We can assume that the Nestle business is doing superior compared to Dutch Lady. And Nestle handles its account receivable more efficiently by having a high asset turnover. We can see from the graph that Dutch Lady asset turnover is 1.59 and Nestle is 1.87, which is higher than Dutch Lady. Asset turnover can improve cash flow of Nestle and it can improve the assets equity, so they can overcome with debts payment. And Nestle has a strong ability to pay interest costs and earn times interest ratio, and then having to use shareholders' assets for their earnings to cover the high debts. Next is Ducth, having a high turnover in short-term assets and taking conservative approaches to handling debts. It means like Ducth is able to pay their debts in economic applications in futures. They have a good cash flow to pay the debts. Nestle can be considered as the better performing organization for the year 2022 because to conclude, we can see that Nestle have a efficient account receivable and a high turnover compared to Ducth in the year 2022.
Hi everyone, I'll be presenting the recommendations for the Ducth company. One of the recommendations would be their revenue management. With their revenue management, the company will be able to allocate a certain amount of earnings toward debt repayment and other resources. Thus, they have a plan to review the company funds, analyze and mitigate their issues. The next one is lower inventory turnover. To tackle this issue, Ducth has to apply product mix operations and evaluate the products that they have high turnover rates and the products that are being sold the least. Having promotional sales to sell unpopular products or conduct giveaways of these products to charity or give extra products to customers that bought Ducth products as their way of improving it. The next one is lower return on equity. How to improve this issue is by creating a profitability improvement scheme. Ducth can boost their profitability by raising sales or cutting their unnecessary expenses. They can also explore technology solutions that can automate certain processes and improve efficiencies. Lastly, they streamline their process and reduce the need for manual labor, which can lead to cost savings. For Nestle's company recommendation, Nestle can negotiate with creditors to restructure debt terms to monthly overtime with low interest. They can prioritize positive cash flow because improving cash flow would allow higher funds available for debt repayment. For example, the allocated portion of revenue can help in paying debts in unexpected situations. Lastly, gradually increase its return on equity, decrease its debt ratio, and increase inventory turnover by putting these tactics into practice successfully.
So, in every aspect, we know that in conclusion, Ducth Lady and Nestle are food companies in Malaysia that sell wide variety of food products in the country. Okay, so we know that the company that performs better is Ducth Lady. Why? Because Ducth Lady has lower debt ratios of 45.44% of the year in 2021 and in 52.99% that do not put the company at risk of bankruptcy compared to Nestle. Alright, so then we can continue adding that Nestle has higher debt ratio of 45.44% in the year of 2021 and 80.47% in the year of 2022, which covered most of their costs in some way. Alright, So Nestle has a higher profitability ratio compared to Dutch Lady, but that could hinder the ability to pay to cover obligations to stockholders regarding the interest. And knowing that Dutch Lady and Nestle have similar asset management ratios that show both companies have managed their assets similarly to improve efficiency in both companies, right? So Dutch Lady has a better liquidity ratio of 1.57% of the year of 2021 and 1.05% of the year in 2021, compared to Nestle's liquidity ratio of 0.71% of the year of 2021 and 0.51% of the year 2022. So overall, Dutch Lady can pay its short-term obligation to its investors, while Nestle is less able to pay its short-term obligations. Right. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching. Bye. Bye-bye.